Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here today to talk to you about Hot and Sticky 2019. So the Hot and Sticky Writing Challenge is something that Strip Cover Lit, specifically Adrian from Strip Cover Lit, started a few years ago. And in his video announcing it yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, he said that he almost had decided not to do Hot and Sticky this year. However, he has decided to go ahead with it, but he's switched it up a little bit. So I'm going to link his video down below for you. But basically, the change is that instead of having a certain amount of words that we are going for over the next few months, each participant is to make a contract with themselves and then tell the world about their contract and post a couple of updates here and there about what they're working on. I have created my contract, and there's a couple of things that I didn't put on here that I'm probably going to go back and add. But let me tell you what I have, and I'll throw those in at the appropriate time. So, number one, I want to finish the Swedish tea ring. Swedish tea ring is my cozy mystery that I started several months ago. In fact, it may have been about a year ago now that I started the Swedish tea ring. And I've been telling you for at least 6 months that I needed to finish it. I'm going to try to get that done over the summer. Notice I said try. I'm going to do my best, guys. It's summer. I'm a teacher. I may or may not decide to do things. It's a big toss up. All right. Speaking of being a teacher, the second thing on my list is Native American Unit. I am going to be doing Nonfiction November with my kids for the third year in a row. And I've decided that this year my sixth grade students will be doing a Native American unit focusing on like the Trail of Tears, specifically as it applies to Oklahoma Native Americans, the Choctaws and the Chickasaws. Chickasaws. Oh my word. But mostly the Choctaws. Tim Tingle, who is a Choctaw Nation storyteller and one of the first people who was allowed to take a voice recorder into a tent to speak with the elders. He has several books out that I love. I know him. We're friends on Facebook. We met several years ago when he came and spoke at my college. And I'm going to use two of his texts as paired text. One of them is How I Became a Ghost, which is the first in his middle grade series about the Trail of Tears. And the other one is his nonfiction, Walking the Choctaw Road, which is the stories from the elders and tribal leaders of the Choctaw Nation. So we are going to pair those together, along with a few other articles and stories from a few of the different tribes. And fun side fact, I went to dinner a few minutes ago, just got back, but while we were there, I was talking to my dad about needing to write this unit and wanting to find some other paired texts. And the guy at the next booth over said, "Excuse me, I really hate to interrupt. I wasn't trying to, listen to your conversation. However, my wife is I think he said daughter, it may have been niece, daughter or niece, some close relation to the current chief of the Choctaw Nation. And I heard you saying you're going to be teaching some Choctaw stories." And I said, "Yeah, I'm writing a unit for it for middle grade." And he goes, "If you have an email address that I could give to my wife, we'll get you some teaching materials." And he's talking about they're going to send me an English to Choctaw dictionary, one of those dual language dictionaries, possibly a hymnal, a few other little bits and bobs, and historical articles and text. I am super excited. But I'm going to be working on that, creating this big unit that's going to go through kind of October and November with my kids. The third thing I want to work on is the Stone Dragon Saga. I have book 5 specifically listed, and this is where there are things I'm going to have to work on that I didn't write down thing comes into play. Because book number 4 is written and partially one time edited, but the first 3 books have been up for several years. Book number 4 has been finished for at least 3, possibly more than that, and I haven't ever completed the editing or published it. So I want to be able to get book number 4 up and book number 5 worked on. Book number 5 is not anywhere near having the first draft done, and that's fine. But I want to work on the Dragon series. Number 4 on my list is editing and publishing The Way We Were. That is a novel I completed 2 years ago, I think, and some of the final edited version disappeared off my computer. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm having to piece it back together from about the halfway point, and I just gave up on it. I got frustrated and walked away. I really want to get that done and, again, self-published. I have several books up on Amazon KDP, so I'm going to attempt to get some of these that I need to edited and put up. Number 5 is write the rough draft of essay, article, whatever, on my current physical situation, which will then become the basis for a novel later on. Number 6, edit and publish Sockjacked. Sockjacked is a middle grade, almost paranormal, Native American lake cozy mystery book that I completed at the end of the 2018-2019 school year. And I edited it as I went along because I wrote the rough draft, and then I would read the 3 chapters I'd finished or whatever to the 3rd and 4th grade class, and as we went, I would edit it, and they would make comments, and I'd go back and change things. So I want to just go do a final sweep over that and then get it published as well. And then finally, number 7 is any other class units that I may decide I need to do. I've been purchasing quizzes and worksheets, etc., off of Teachers Pay Teacher, but a lot of the time I don't wind up using everything, or I use I use the whole thing, but I add 1 or 2 things or 10 things. I change things around. And you know what? I'm a highly intelligent individual. I'm more than capable of writing the curriculum for my classroom that is catered to what my students need. So I'm trying to do that for any books I don't already have curriculum for. Since I do mostly novel studies in my reading classes, I'm going to be rereading and creating chapter by chapter discussion, questions, worksheets, final test, all that stuff. I think I'm going to do Peter Pan with one of the classes next year, but we don't actually know what my classes will be yet. I teach in such a small school. They're trying to figure out, are we going to add this class, take this class away? Do we have enough kids to do that, etc. However, I do still need to write the units so that I have them when school starts and I'm not panicking. And then at the bottom of my contract, I have written out, I, Elizabeth S. Tyree, do hereby solemnly promise to work on the above-mentioned items from June through September of 2019. These items will be made a priority and taken care of appropriately. And this contract will be tacked to this board right there by my bed, or on the floor right there by my bed, ready to go. So I have to see it every day and remember that I should be writing. Are you going to participate in the Hot and Sticky 2019? If so, let me know. Link your announcement video down in the comments section so we can all go watch it. And don't forget to check out Adrian's announcements and watch out for everybody else's. Talk to you again soon. Until next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye.